No matter which deck you like to run, there is one card that severely reduces RNG, making winning more reliable without losing because you couldn't draw that one card you needed. That card is Meowth. Payday for 1 energy and 10 damage doesn't seem like much, but the additional card draw per turn the attack offers could have you draw all your cards from your deck by as early as your 5th turn. With decks like Mewtwo and Gardevoir, the stalling with Meowth makes it easier to pull each evolution stage for rolls. And since you want Mewtwo on the bench to avoid damage, you can afford to have Meowth be the damage sponge, especially when there are so few moves that can deal 60 damage with 1 energy and take out Meowth by the opponent's first attack of the game. Having 2 Meowths in the deck really helps reliably pull him in the early game, and providing your opponent hasn't built up momentum, you can afford to lose 2 Meowths to stall for your damage dealers to sweep during the late game. Whilst Meowth can somewhat reliably speed up all decks, he works best with slower ones like Charizard EX and Mewtwo EX metas. So I thought I'd just jump into a game and just show off how strong Meowth is in really any deck that you want to play. So for example, I'm going to be using Meowth with a Mewtwo EX meta deck. So we've got our Meowth first and foremost. Totally fine, we don't have any other Pokemon in our hand, but that's not a problem whatsoever. We've got 2 Professor's Researchers in our hand and a Pokeball, really strong early start. And he's running Articuno EX, so I'm assuming he's running a Starmie Articuno EX deck, which I'm not too worried about, so long as he doesn't get a good Misty flip. Professor's Research, so he's got a decent first start as well. If I had a red card, I'd be using it right now, unless he's going to be dropping more Pokemon onto the bench, but I do run red cards in this deck as well. I think they're really strong. Sabrina, really, really good. So let's go ahead with our Pokeball. Rolts, that's good. I do have another Meowth, so I'm glad I pulled Rolts here. Drop that. And then Professor's Research. Cool. Mewtwo, perfect. That's exactly what we need. This is a really strong early start. So we're going to drop a energy onto Meowth, not Mewtwo, because we want that extra card pull. So we've used Professor's Research, we pulled a card, and Payday. So we've got 4 extra cards. We've down to 10 cards left in our deck. He's on 12 because he did use Professor's Research as well. But we are just going to outpace him on pulling on cards. Okay, so he's got his 2 big heavy hitters on the board already, and a Misty. If he gets more than 2 heads, I don't think we're going to win. But let's see. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's how strong this card is. If you get more than 2 heads, it's pretty much game over. Because that's an immediate 80 damage on his first turn. I just can't outpace that, you know. So it's a pretty much automatic win. Okay, so another Staryu. Lovely. And we've got our evolution to Rolts. This is really strong because we've got our Gardevoir as well, which is phenomenal. So we're going to drop us energy on Mewtwo. Drop our other Professor's Research. Red card, and there we go. Okay, we can just go ahead and Payday really until our next turn. So what, we've probably got like another 7 cards left in the deck. 6-7 cards left. We've gone through 2/3 of the deck. 6 cards. He's got 9 with 3 ahead, and it's only been our second turn, so that's how good it is. So, he's got 2 Starmie EXs here and an Articuno. He is fully stacked, but I'm actually not too worried because Articuno has 2 retreat, and he's going to have to stack on. I don't think he's running speed EXs, or if he has, they're well in that deck and he's not pulled them. It's only going to deal 40 damage. Meowth's going to survive another turn, which allows us to put a second Psychic Energy onto Mewtwo. We can evolve into Gardevoir, and then we can just sweep. And that's it. We've got a Mewtwo EX. I don't think he's got Sabrina on hand, so I'm actually going to drop the Mewtwo EX just in case things get hairy and I need to use that as a sponge, damage sponge. But we're going to drop the Gardevoir, going to drop the second energy onto Mewtwo, and I'm going to Payday. We've got our Sabrina as well. I should have maybe put Rolts down just in case he had a Sabrina, because if he uses that and I'm forced to put out Mewtwo, it's going to take 2 turns to retreat. Or I lose 2 energy on the other Mewtwo, which is not great. Because I've only got 1 X speed in hand, and I don't know when I'm going to draw the next one. So it's a Pokeball. But I think we should be alright. No Sabrina. I don't think he's going to have the Sabrina on hand. But we'll see what he does. I think he's starting to think now. Another Articuno. See, now, if he retreats, it doesn't matter which way he tries to spin it. Like, I'm going to bring in my Mewtwo. I'm going to sweep the Articuno. He's going to bring in the Starmie. I'm going to sweep the Starmie. And that's it. And that's game. The only thing he can do is Sabrina, red card and Sabrina, and then I might be in a bit of hot water, but nothing can really stop me now. So, Meowth off the board. Thanks, bud, for the 3 or 4 extra cards drawn. Very, very nice. Drop down that Mewtwo. Potion. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Rolts down, just in case he has a Sabrina, because then I can just X-speed out the Mewtwo back onto the front bench. Otherwise, I'll be stuck with 2 energy retreats, Gardevoir and Mewtwo, which would be pretty bad. So we're going to Psy-Wave that Articuno. And then it's pretty much a win from this point on. I don't see it going bad from here. There we go. Alrighty, bringing in the Starmie. He's going to do 90 damage. And there's no way he can take out any card that will give him 2 points. What is he going to do? Does he have Sabrina? That's the thing. There we go. He just pulled that as well. We can just bring out the Rolts. And he can either kill it or not attack, and I can just X-speed it out. But imagine if I didn't have that on the board and I had to put out that Mewtwo. I'd be in a bad spot here. But there you go. Mewtwo, Psy Shadow, Energy, done. And there's our other X-speed. There you go. Guys, that is Meowth running with a Mewtwo EX. It works really well with this deck, Charizard EX, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, any decks that are generally slower, but they can work with faster ones. But that is it. But for more Pokemon videos, you can check out this one that should be appearing on the end screen now.